Oh, hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Jeff is just over there, so don't worry. Everything's fine. We've had some technical issues from the very get-go of this show, which is that the laptop, the new fancy laptop that I brought to do this show with, we left the power cord behind in Milwaukee. And I thought that like the normal phone charging cable, that like the little brick that I had would be sufficient for this purpose, but it turns out it's not. And so we were about to start the show and we had like 7% charge. So now we're doing it on Jeff's phone, which I think it's going to work okay, but he just realized that that also needs to be plugged in. And we have so far left 3 chargers behind along the way. Also, because we're doing this on a phone, I can't see any of, I mean, I can see like the tiny, tiny comments. They're very small. So, it's so nice to see that everybody is here, but it's I see that's Carrie on screen, but we can only feel you in our hearts or whatever is in there. There is definitely a phone charging cable over there somewhere.
In this spot.
I think so. I mean, there is a phone charging cable. I know, it's like there's just like a nest of cables in there. So how are you all doing? How are you all doing out there? Everybody surviving? We're gonna have to go back after the show and just like read all the comments because I can see that you know. Oh, it's happening. He's plugging in the phone. So that was his hand just now. Look at that. Yes. Oh, it was a mysterious hand, you might even say. And here he comes. Get ready.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. It is us, Charming Disaster.
Can you believe it?
Here for a brand new episode of the
Quarantine
Livestream. Live from the road in the middle of our tour. Oh, hello from Buffalo. Oh, we loved seeing you in St. Paul too, Tim. It's been a wild ride. We left home on May 21st, which seems like 100 years ago. And now we have had many experiences that seem to vanish from our mind almost as quickly as they happen. But we've had some really, really wonderful shows, and we've met some really lovely new people, and we've seen a bunch of you on the road, which has been so great. And I do have a question for everyone, though, which is, what are you drinking?
What? Indeed.
And also, what are we drinking? Although
Yes.
it's actually a rhetorical question because I am actually in charge of what we are drinking right now.
What are we drinking?
It is Pamplemousse La Croix.
Ooh. Cheers.
Yes. Okay. Laura wants to know, do they even sell mustache curlers? And we will get to that. But I think the answer is kind of obvious. We're gonna start with. Oh, I see people are drinking good things. Twins is not a drink. Water, champagne, water. It is so important to hydrate. It's true. Pamplemousse La Croix, called Daddy. Yes, that's right. Stanley Tucci's martini, impeccable like the man. I wonder what's in that. Twins. Like we're both drinking La Croix. Okay, I see. Also, I think it's fun to be pretentious and call it La Croix because I took French. But I realize most people don't call it that. Some sort of strawberry.
Some things. Sweat log.
Sweat tea? Did that say sweat tea or sweet tea?
I think sweat tea.
Went by so fast, opposite with bourbon.
Yeah, it's so small.
It's so small. And, well, maybe there's something we can do about that, but we'll get to that as well. Hey, let's play a song. You want to play a song?
Sure. I don't know if you mean to keep, like, elbowing me.
No, I'm just trying to see.
But
it says sweat.
Sweat. Thank you.
Sweat
tea. All right, thank you.
Why don't we take the long way home? No one's calling on the telephone. Dreaming the head and a lightning stone. Nothing gonna touch us in a thunderstorm. Wake up again with the sun in your face. Day after day, it's the same. Pack up your bags like you did yesterday. Get to the next starting place. Put on your makeup and get on the stage. Tell a new tale every night. Stand still, the sets and the scenery change. Are we just ghosts in the light of the ghost light? Why don't we take the wrong way home? No one's calling on the telephone. Dream in the head and a lightning stone. Nothing gonna touch us in a thunderstorm. What do we need to keep us going on? Have a deck of cards and a suitcase drawn. What do we do when we've lost our way? Tread lucky penny's gonna get us home safe. What do we need? What do we do? Why don't we take the wrong way home? No one's calling on the telephone. Dream in the head and a lightning storm. Nothing gonna touch us in a thunderstorm. Travelers, we wander all over the world, tracing a shape we can't see. Home's not a place, it is only a word where we are trying to be. Day after day, it is never the same. Look at the clouds in the sky. Stand still, the sets and the scenery change. Wake with the sun in your eyes.
Musical perfection.
It is, yes, I meant to tune, but then I got into like tech stuff. I just thought of something really stupid.
What's that?
We have an iPad. We have an iPad. We could get the iPad, and then we would actually be able to see what's happening on the screen. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think it's not too late to change courses. I know they say don't change courses mid live stream. It's a thing they actually say. But I don't know. I feel like we could make that work. And I could just like regale them, or you could regale them. If where is the iPad anyway?
It's in the car somewhere.
Okay. Oh right, it's like in with the mixer or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's gonna help.
What do you say? Should we get the iPad or should we just do it like this?
Somebody mentioned a wide angle camera, which is not. We have one, but it's not possible to plug it into the phone, which is what we're reduced to momentarily at the moment.
Isn't this more intimate?
It is intimate.
I bet we're really big on people's screens.
I know. It's just like we can't see anything. Peter says get the iPad.
All right.
Yeah, you just gotta do what Peter Bufano says.
Always.
Yeah.
All right, you tune.
Yeah, I tuned.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll tell them a funny story involving Helen Keller. Any excuse to talk about Helen Keller. Helen Keller. Okay, so at the Chicago Steampunk Expo, we made friends with this really lovely couple of writers. Scott Westerfield, who was like the keynote author speaker of the Chicago Steampunk Expo, and his partner Justine Larballastier, which means like the crossbow shooter, who is also an author. Anyway, they were delightful, and Justine and I were talking. And she told me that when she was a kid, growing up in Australia, she she thought that Helen Keller was a long distance swimmer because apparently Annette Kellerman was a famous long distance swimmer, and like she like just got them confused. Yes, Scott Westerfield, dystopian YA author of Your Heart, is now our pal. So Justine we were talking about how yeah, Helen Keller, Annette Kellerman, like we were talking about maybe some kind of like Freaky Friday kind of situation where like they switch bodies, and I was like, sounds like you've got the plot to your next novel, and she was like, sounds like you've got the next Charming Disaster song. So we'll see who writes it first. Anyway, while we wait for Jeff to set up the iPad, I will play you a song I wrote about Helen Keller many years ago. What can I say? The girl, she got away, so I'll sing of the love that I fell in. Fingers that flutter and skin like a dream and a heart like a sweet watermelon. How can I describe it? It's dark and it's quiet since I lost the beautiful Helen. So hard to get through to her, like she's from Jupiter. How can I possibly tell her? My feelings for her were so tender and pure, you could write them into a bestseller. I wanted her hand, she did not understand my mysterious mistress, Miss Keller. Her teacher, Anne Sullivan, with those dark glasses on, couldn't get Helen to see that I was the one for her. I'd kiss and comfort her, but she would not stay with me. Wind up her doll, she'll walk into the wall. You know, corduroy's her favorite color. The woman I'm missing, she just doesn't listen. She sits with her hands in the water. I still don't believe it was the scarlet fever that made her attention span smaller. The kind of a girl who lives in her own world, Mon Pa Keller's beautiful daughter. That was Hands in the Water. How's the iPad situation?
It's charging up.
It's charging up. Great.
It's slowly charging.
Oh, good. This is good. You know, it's like you prepare for stuff, but then it turns out you didn't actually prepare.
Well, we get
Yeah,
to spend the special time with folks.
Yeah, it's true. Well, we don't have a mailbag time exactly on this show because we're traveling. But in lieu of mailbag time, instead of mailbag time, we could do a little show and tell of some of the interesting items we have collected or been gifted along our travels while we await the iPad's revival. Yeah. I did want to mention, if you're new to the Quarantine Livestream, please let us know in the comments. It's not always like this. It's kind of always like this.
Kind of.
But we would like to know, if you're new here. Oh, some questions about Jeff's mustache. We will get to that. Rest assured, we will get to that. I'm a little sad nobody's asking about my hair situation.
About your mustache.
Also, the Quarantine Livestream is a donation-based concert, which means that if you are in a position to support our doings here with a financial contribution, there are various convenient ways to do that. On screen, perhaps even. Welcome, Day Thespian. Joseph wants to know, have you seen the movie Sinners? I have. Jeff hasn't. It's so good. I might see it again with Jeff just so that he gets to see it. Oh, look, here are the convenient ways to support Charming Disaster and the show. If you're interested in doing that, There's Venmo, there's PayPal, out there, they're still here. There's Bandcamp where you get merch or downloads, or there's our Patreon where you subscribe for a monthly donation, the amount of your choosing. Everybody gets the same stuff. We actually just posted a Patreon post today about the sort of behind the scenes of recording Haunted Lighthouse with Peter Buffano, who is here with us in this very chat right now. Yes, it's true. Anyway, if you're not in a position to support the show financially, that's also fine. In that case, it is our gift to you. We're just glad that you're here. So, do we want to tell them some of the weird stuff?
Yeah, let's do some show and tell.
All right, let's do it somewhat chronologically. We began, yes, it's
Also
not
got
exactly
this.
mailbag time, but it's like mailbag time. Oh, yeah. So, okay, we started in Columbus, Ohio, and we
Where do we play in Columbus?
We played at Witch Lab, which
super cool.
Super cool. It's like the event space next to a witch supply shop, and it was just like so cool. And we got this nice certificate from the Lichen Bite, the band that we shared the bill with, who set up the show. They're like a werewolf occult alternative
power duo.
They're awesome. And they gave us this nice certificate.
Yes.
That was nice. And
we got this from Teen Fiction, which it says Dolly had braces in reference to Moonraker and Jaws. So if you know what this is in reference to, please say so in the comments, because this is a very obscure thing, but it's got to do with the Mandela effect. And yes, Dolly had braces.
I don't know what it means, but
so
yeah.
Oh, there are people who know. I can't tell if people are responding what they're saying, but
yeah, it is a suitable. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Peter says the certificate is suitable for framing, which is true. I might even have a frame that's the right size. In Ann Arbor, we were gifted this incense, which I don't know if you can see in the tiny screen, but it actually smells really nice. You definitely can smell it from where you are.
Very nice.
One is called Stand Your Ground, and one is called, I can't read that, and nobody can read that.
Oh, you'll be able to.
Power to the People. And it's from a place called the Magician's Nook, where they have, I don't know, socially conscious things that smell nice. I don't actually know what else they have there. But anyway, the incense is nice. If you want to show them this the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
So, at Steampunk on the Bricks.
In Jackson, Michigan.
Elliot picked up this magical object. Look at this.
It's a compass.
And a sundial. So you can point it to the correct direction of north, and with the sun casting a shadow, you can tell what time it is.
Unless it's daylight savings time, and then it's an hour wrong.
Or if it's cloudy.
Yeah.
But it's very, very cool.
Yeah. But I think that between the incense and the sundial, we're like really checking off a lot of the like bingo squares on our time machine song. We just need an hourglass, and then we'll be kind of in good shape.
That's right. What else?
Oh, well, after that, we went to Milwaukee, where we were gifted some very delicious chocolates.
Delicious chocolates by our good friends.
By Sarah and Matt. Thank you, Sarah and Matt, for the chocolates. As
There's
you can
only
see,
2 left.
We've eaten most of the chocolates. We did share some with some friends.
This is lemon ginger and salted sea.
Yeah, I really am into the sea salt one. I'm excited about that one.
So
in Madison, that's the Madison item. In Madison, we were gifted by our friends Mark and Christine this raccoon skull. It's a raccoon skull. They found it. Hopefully it didn't have rabies or anything. Don't worry, I'll wash my hands. It's fine.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And it needs a little work. It needs a little like cleaning and sealing still. But it's going to make a nice addition to our home skull collection.
So go great with
the other skulls.
Your raccoon body.
Yeah, well, we're trying to assemble an entire raccoon, and like you got to start from the inside out. Because if you get the fur first, it just kind of like flops around. Well, after Madison, we went to Chicago. And in Chicago, we went to the Chicago Steampunk Expo, as we mentioned earlier, where, among other luminaries, there was an exhibition by the Museum of Wonder and Awe, which is,
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of similar. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that like it would look like junk if not for the very nice texts that they
Mhm.
have. They did have an exhibit of leeches. They
Yeah.
were huge.
It's
Oh
like
my
how
god.
leeches were used to tell the
Ah.
weather.
Yeah, yeah. There was like a leech barometer. Yeah, where
Mhm.
like the leeches get like agitated
When the pressure gets lower,
and then they like, yeah.
then they suck your blood.
Well, then they hang off a little like hook at the top and it rings a bell and that's how you know there's going to be a
Yeah,
storm.
they tried to sell it to the Navy, but it didn't work.
Anyway, this card says official prehistoric dog whistle. You want to try that?
Sure.
It says life as you know it was forever changed when nomadic hunter-gatherers first viewed the noble Canis lupus as more than potential food. And it goes on. Yeah. So if you can hear this, you're probably a dog. And if you can't hear it, you're probably not a dog.
Yeah.
Unless you're just, yeah, it's not
Maybe
clear
I'm
how you're
doing it
supposed
wrong.
to. Yeah, you might be doing it wrong. All right, we have. Oh, and there's like one other item that we. Oh no, wait. There's
Nope.
a couple other little things too. People keep giving me little trinkets that I keep in the pockets of my show clothes, and then I put my hand in the pocket, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And then it turns out it's like, it's a tiny squid, or a tiny mushroom made out of semi-precious stone, or a tiny, adorable Cthulhu.
This is semi-precious, but 100% cute.
So yeah, just some tiny trinkets.
Yeah. And then there's our Chicago. Yes?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. You talk about this because I don't remember what this is.
We ordered Thai food in St. Paul, and it came with a Thai fortune roll, like a fortune cookie, but round, like cylindrical. And I thought, in the spirit of prognostication, we could see what the future holds inside this cookie.
Oh, right. Here it is.
Mm-hmm. You have to eat a little bit of it, though, at least.
Now what? Oh.
Well,
I'm feeling something.
What's our destiny?
Something coming through.
It looks soggy, our destiny.
Our future is very soggy. Oh, okay.
Can we read that?
Can you?
Don't bore your friends with your troubles. Tell them to your enemies, who will be delighted to hear about them. 8, 14, 15, 20, 24, 39. There you have it. Does that mean we should stop talking about our technical issues? Probably.
Maybe. Well, we should tell our enemies technical problems.
I feel like our enemies and our friends are here, like, mingling, you know, just, like, having a nice time. If you're an enemy, and you're welcome. You're welcome here. Friends and enemies.
Oh, yeah, friends and enemies.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we haven't gotten any insight to the future with that.
I know.
But I have been working on my ESP, as I do whenever I'm on tour.
How's that going? Should we test it somehow?
I think it's doing much better than it was before.
All right, let's give it a whirl.
But there's no sane, normal, empirical way we can test my ESP, is there?
Or is there?
What?
Well, what do we...
Oh, what is this?
Look at that. We have a set of Zener cards.
Zener?
Okay, so if you've seen the movie Ghostbusters, you might remember these cards from Ghostbusters. So there's there's like a handful of shapes and all right, so
So we'll pick 5.
Okay.
And we'll do 5. What do you say?
At random, we'll do 5.
Okay.
All right, so
Don't let me look. Don't let me see.
Okay, I won't let you see.
No.
So the odds are not great that you're going to get these all right.
You're going to show the folks at home.
Yeah.
What they are. Okay,
yeah, I'll show the folks at home. Okay. So here's the order that we're going to do them in. Ready? Are you look? Don't look.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So, I see. Are you putting your hand on the one that I'm supposed to?
Yeah,
You-
my
you
hand's
have-
on it.
I need a good
Okay.
transmitter.
Okay.
It's not
I'm
just
looking.
my fault.
I'm looking at it.
Okay.
And my hand is on it, and I'm
Okay.
sending it to you with my thoughts right now.
Is it a plus?
It is a plus. All right, that's one.
Okay.
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 Okay. I'm sending you the second one now.
It's a little wobbly. Is it a star?
No.
Is it wavy?
No.
Is it circle?
It's a circle. All right. That's. I will give
Okay.
you that one. All right. Yeah, you had
Okay.
to sort of like
All right.
triangulate that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sending you this one with my mind. I'm sending it so much right now.
Square.
It is a square.
All right.
Okay.
One more.
Okay.
Or
You've got two more.
okay, two more.
The penultimate card, happens to be my favorite.
Are you concentrating?
Yeah, so much. So hard.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's all
kind
I
of-
can think about.
It's hazy. It's kind of all right. Is this the star?
Are you sure about that?
No. If I was sure, I would say it's the star. Okay, so not the star. Is it the waves?
It's the waves. Wow. All right.
Okay.
You just have the final
Final
one.
Jeopardy.
The final one. Okay.
Circle.
Hmm.
Star.
Hmm.
Bunny. Is it the bunny? Square. I was thinking square. Okay.
4 out of 5 is pretty strong, though.
Yeah.
Keep on working at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's ESP is a muscle. It's like anything.
Yeah, I'm working my ESP muscle. Thank you for.
Thank you. No, it's been an honor working with you. Also, you know, we haven't really explored the Dr. Peter Venkman approach of applying electrical stimulation.
Oh, but you do have the ESP.
But we do have like a TENS unit for like PT. So, you know, I feel like there's a really promising way forward.
Let's try that next time.
We'll try that next time. All right. Well, you want to play a song? How's the iPad doing? Is it charged up yet? No. Yeah, it's got 4% on it. I don't know. Let's play another song and see where we're at. All right. If you hear a beeping noise, don't be alarmed. It's the laundry in the dryer. In the dirigible gondola, the clouds fog up your monocle. You wipe it with a handkerchief embroidered with a monogram. Looking for lost continents, you'd better check your pocket watch. You won't be home for luncheon, but they'll keep the platters warm.
Not as pure as gold.
Captive of the scientist,
Not as sharp as glass.
he practiced his experiments.
Not as strong as stone.
Flesh and blood will never last.
My baby's got a heart of brass.
Underneath the diving bell, return to the submersible before the lonely Nautilus can wrap you in its tentacles, moistening your handkerchief to polish your discoveries. The needle of the compass doesn't point to any north. Not as pure as gold,
Captive of the scientist.
not as sharp as
She
glass,
practiced her experiments.
not as strong as
Flesh
stone.
and blood will never last. My baby's got a heart of brass.
Queen space laced with laudanum will get you through the tedium
waiting to be rescued from inside the sanitarium. The esoteric brotherhood suspects you're up to nothing good. The ampule in your handkerchief will put them all to sleep. We're all some kind of machine.
We're only cogwheels, pistons and steam.
All of us powered by water and heat. It makes our tick-tock hearts beat, 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 beat. The automaton forever sits its hands upon the writing desk, gently grips a fountain pen that circumscribes an arabesque, deciphering the messages encrypted by the alchemist. A handkerchief will wipe away the secrets that it keeps.
It's not as pure as gold,
Captive of the scientists,
not as sharp as
they
brass,
practice their experiment.
not as strong as
Flesh and blood will never last. My baby's got a heart of brass. Floating down the Amazon, we wonder if we've gone too far. Plunge into the whirlpool at the basin of the waterfall. Scribbling this chronicle, the fog clouds of your monocle. A handkerchief can summer up our message in a bottle. We have left it gently bobbing on the surface of the water as we sail around the spiral into mystery or miracle. Pry into your spyglass, inquire of your oracle. Squint into your spyglass, you can see us, Wayfair One. I think it's time to address the elephant in the room, the Chekhov gun hanging on the wall. I think it's time for a mustache report.
Oh, is it? Is it that time? Oh, the mustache report. Here we are. So, as you see, I have these weird things in my... They're not tusks. These are not walrus tusks. These are... Oh, what is that? Don't know. Anyway, these are curlers and...
They're actually called mustache trainers.
Mustache trainers. Or curlers to you and me.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just doing this out of solidarity.
yeah.
I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get these out later.
I don't know if I can get this one out either.
Yeah, it's like they're like Velcro. These are just going to be stuck in my hair.
All right, so I think it's time. The training is done.
I feel like if we'd been scientific about this, we would have only done one side so that they could really experience the difference between the trained and untrained mustache.
Well, your training is complete, my Padawan. You have a full, curly, curved mustache.
Look
How
at
does it
that.
look? Well trained.
They look really good.
Is it working?
Yeah, it's really working. So I got these for Jeff as an early birthday present, and I was a little concerned that perhaps he would give up on the mustache before it was time to
Yes.
receive the gift.
It was touch and go there for a minute.
And we discussed the possibility of some kind of like gift of the magi kind of experience where like, like I like sold my teeth or something to like purchase the mustache trainers.
And I shave my mustache hair and sell it to buy her a water pick or something.
Yeah. But so far I still have my teeth and you still have your mustache. So
Yeah,
we're winning.
Yeah. And, I did request, like, if you did get me some mustache curlers, maybe on the last day of the Steampunk Expo would be the perfect time to bust it out so I could show it off to my fellow mustachioed friends.
Right.
There was a lot of mustache action.
So many mustaches.
Yes. But not as well trained as this.
I mean, there were some well-trained ones, but like you have to wonder, like, are all those guys going around like with little mustache trainers on all the time?
I saw lots of wax, which is perfectly fine, and I was trying to get some from going on mine, but This is training. This is like, you don't need wax. This is,
It's training so that ultimately you don't need to train anymore. It's
That's
like
right.
training wheels. Like eventually you learn to just like fly on that bike. Bike.
yeah. I'm gonna try to take this out and see how my hair is done.
It looks the same.
I think it's, no, is it? I can't tell.
Yeah,
I
it looks
don't
the same. It's like floof, like a floof
Like a
at
little
the top.
floof.
Yeah,
Ah,
I'm just
feels
gonna leave mine because I actually really like this look. I think it's really working for me.
It's good.
Yeah.
So that is the mustache report. I don't know how much longer this mustache is going to grow. I don't know.
Like for how much long in time, or for how much long in mustache length?
Both, because they are related. I think I might just have to get rid of it pretty soon. But
For the summer, is it warm? Is your upper lip
it's warm. It's warm. It's
Mm.
taking over my whole face.
Mm.
But I will document any kind of mustache removal for you, good people out there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we owe them that much.
Yes.
You know,
think
they've
so.
been part of this whole process. You know, it's like
Yes, thank you for coming along on this journey. But not yet. It shall live another day. And, I am just a tourist in this mustache country. My hat goes out to all those who live in mustache land, who really do a great job. But I'm just a visitor. It's been nice, but it's time to go home.
Yeah, there's some people who do support the keeping of the mustache.
Belladonna says keep the mustache.
Well, Belladonna will he'll keep the mustache
I'll
through
keep it
Cleveland.
in a box, and I will send it to you.
You'll still have it in Cleveland. That's only a couple days from now.
I will have it for the next few days.
Well, should we play another song? Let's play another song.
Please.
And after this song, we're going to tell you about some of the field trips we've gone on this tour, and then we're going to take a song request. So don't put them in the chat yet because we won't see them, but think about.
You can't see them
like,
anyway.
think about what song you might want to hear.
Okay, good. What is which?
Scavenger.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, it's everyone's a surprise. Kind visitors, messenger birds, wise vultures, your witnesses, old bones, ancient history, make some kind of ritual. In the skeleton's cage as a prisoner, gaze through the eyes where the life force still flickers, find the remains of the beautiful. Scavengers, scatter the evidence. When in the cry of the owl something's quickening, is there someone who is listening? Strange vision, commotion of wings, blackbirds keeping vigil, deathbed of a carrion king, eerie apparition. In the skeleton's cage is a treasure, ruby and golden and muscle intended. Reach through the bars with his beckoning. Scavengers, scatter the evidence. And the shape in the fire is whispering. Light up the burden you're carrying. Take what you need, give what you keep, burn what you leave, find what you seek. How do you know what to take what you need, give what you need, burn what you leave, find what you seek. How do you know what to take, what to leave behind you? How can you release your mistake? Let the buzzers find you. In the skeleton's cage, holy relic.
Down in the leaves, breaking down to their elements. Spirit unleashed from the carcass. Scavengers, scavengers, scatter the evidence. When it's time for your hour of reckoning, you will rise from the place of your burying. Kind visitors, messenger bird, wise vultures, your witnesses. Old bones, ancient history. Make some kind of ritual.
That was Scavengers off of the new album, The Double, which we actually wrote that song way back in 2019, and then it just like needed to cook for a while or marinate or decompose. Yeah, we needed to like let all the extra stuff fall away. Oh my gosh, Simon says I've been using Gang of Two as a workout song. Oh, but I can't actually read that because it's so tiny. Should we get the iPad going? It's too late at this point.
Yeah, grab it.
All right, let's grab it. I would just love to be able to see what people are commenting. All right, this may take a moment, but
yeah.
here.
All
right, let's. Do you want me to text you that code again?
I don't know if this.
It's complicated technology. It's so complicated.
So annoying.
If you're just joining us, we have a request for the string break song.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm feeling that.
Yeah, I am definitely feeling that. So the string break song, we originally wrote it as like the original concept for string break song was, what if something goes wrong in the middle of a show, like a string breaks?
Mm-hmm.
What if we had a song that either one of us could easily do as a solo number while the other one kind of like took care of business? But then it turned out the song we wrote requires us both to be participating simultaneously. So like it's totally useless for that purpose. But you know, we did write that song. It's good for other stuff.
Let's see if I can join the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
It's grocery 1234. Okay.
Secret.
All right. So what's happening right now is Jeff is trying to get on the Wi-Fi. Are you on the Wi-Fi? You're on the Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I was hoping I would get these messages that had them.
Yeah. Well, if you just go into StreamYard and log in, that's probably.
You could just.
It's back. Yes, we're back. We're back. Or is this too annoying? We should just. Yeah, we could just leave. We could just commit. All right. Who is coming to see us in the coming days? We have a few shows left. Also, who has just seen us over the previous few days? Because we have seen a bunch of you out on the road, and it's been so nice in all the places we played up until now. Nick is coming to see us on Thursday. Let's see, Thursday is Cleveland, I believe. We were gonna do this announcement at the end, but I figure I might as well do it now, which is you probably already know that we are about to do our last leg of this tour. So we have
not forever though.
Not forever, just for this particular tour. So our upcoming shows remaining on this tour are tomorrow, June 4th in Lansing, Michigan, and June 5th in Cleveland, Ohio, and June 6th in Buffalo, New York, and June 7th in Ithaca, New York, and June 8th in Kingston, New York. So if you're in any of those places or near any of those places, we are very excited to play for you. We're like all warmed up now. We've done two legs. Okay.
Yeah, last pass is not letting me in.
All right, no worries.
All right.
We have a lot of people in the chat who either
everyone.
saw us recently or are about to see us. And what is time really? It's like it's all happening. simultaneously.
And we're going to read all these comments and stuff later.
Yeah, we can see some of them, but not all of them. Are we the openers in Cleveland or headlining? You know, it's funny. Like there is this sort of thing about headlining where you know, like the biggest band on the bill plays last, which like is not always the most advantageous thing to do if you're touring. So like if there's two local acts on the bill, and one of them is like a bigger band, just like has more people, it often makes sense to go kind of in order of like who's quietest to loudest. And sometimes as the touring band, you want to be in the middle because that's sort of
It's
like
the comfy place.
it's the comfy place. But I didn't answer the question about Cleveland because honestly, I can't remember right now in this moment if we are doing the middle or
I'll
the
tell
end.
you.
I think we're headlining. I think we're the end in Cleveland.
It's plus.
The Foundry. Yeah, it's it's plus. Yeah, I believe we're playing last in Cleveland. I hope that helps.
All right, what song are we
But
playing?
you know, but just to be safe, I would definitely come and see the other bands. Also, they're awesome. The other bands we're playing with, and the band we're playing with in Lansing, Super Secret Cult Band, is coming. They're coming to Cleveland with us as well. And then there's a local band called Cowboy Princess Brigade.
Oh, they're awesome.
We're awesome.
They're all great.
Yeah,
You should see
they're
them
all great. You'll be sorry to miss anybody. Are we doing a request? What are we doing?
Yeah, what was the request?
String Break was the request.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Whose birthday is it? Any birthdays out there?
It's almost your birthday.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
Everything breaks down eventually. It's all just a matter of entropy. Thermodynamics and gravity. We're all gonna fall in the end. When you play the record, the needle gets dull. It's tragically irreversible. You know some erosion's inevitable when you rub up against the world. You're locked in a box trying to hold your breath, preserve what remains of the air that's left. If you don't breathe, you'll smother yourself, but every inhale brings you closer to death. Everything breaks down eventually. We're all decomposing gradually into atoms and cells and vanity. All our constituent parts. You can't make sparks without friction, or music, or love, or nonfiction. That's just the price of admission. You can't ride the ride without wearing it out. Happy birthday to you. Oh, it's Nick's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nick. And Jeff soon, and Julian soon, and some other people, I'm sure. Happy birthday. Still locked in a box, trying to hold your breath, conserve what remains of the air that's left. If you don't breathe, you'll smother yourself, but every inhale brings you closer to death. Chaos is gonna win in the end. The universe is flying apart. Nothing much you can do about it. Burn up the candle or live in the dark. Burn up the candle or live in the dark. Burn up the candle or live in the dark. Burn up the candle or live in the dark.
Happy birthday, June babies.
Gemini friends.
More like nail break song, am I right?
Oh, that was
Yeah,
happening?
I have a broken nail that I have super glued back together multiple times in the last few days, but it's a temporary fix, so you know. But it seems sort of appropriate that it re-broke on that song.
So many Gemini birthdays.
So many.
Thank you for the well wishes, everyone.
That is nice. So we have gotten to do, because this is a long tour, we've gotten to do a couple of really interesting side quests. We usually try to work in like a side quest or two where we can, and we usually don't do a show on a Monday and like sometimes not on Tuesday, although we're doing a live stream tonight. Anyway, we wanted to just share with you a couple of highlights of our side quests on this tour because we think we would like them. And the first one is that we recently went to the house on the rock, which if you've heard of it from like American Gods is like even more insane than you can imagine. If you've never heard of it, it's like it's hard to describe.
It's hard to wrap your brain around what it is.
It's hard to photograph, but we did take a little footage of the carousel. Minion, if you would just share this little moment of magic, we would love that.
The world.
You can't ride it. Well, I think that's about enough of that.
That's enough of that.
Yeah. Thank you, Minion. So that was, it is overwhelming. The thing about the House of the Rock is like you get to about there and you're like, all right, well, like I feel like I'm pretty good, but then like there's still like a lot more of it, and so
There's
have
no
to like
way to get
you
out.
have to like walk through the whole thing, and so you get to experience what it's like after you feel like you've had enough. That that whole part happens after.
There's so much.
There's just so much. So that was our first side quest, and our second side quest we did yesterday. We were in Chicago, and we visited the International Museum of Surgical Science, which if you were looking at our Instagram today, you might have seen some photos from. It's not a huge museum. It's in a really beautiful old building, and they have all kinds of crazy shit in there. And we have just a few little photos to share with you. Minion, if you wouldn't mind popping those up on the overlay. I think they're labeled Surgical Museum or something.
Or IMG.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is just a case full of some trepanned skulls with like holes in them to let the evil spirits out, or
the bad humors, or whatever it was.
Whatever it was. Yep.
Let the dust in.
Yeah, just some. Okay, now this is a photo of what are called calculi, which are like gallstones and bladder stones and kidney stones, all kinds of stones like calcifications that happen inside the body.
And some were really big.
Some were enormous.
Like,
yeah.
Larger than your fist.
Crazy. So there's like a whole case of those. And was there one more photo? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They were doing an exhibition showing off a lot of like glass eyes and eyewear and like opera glasses and like lorgnettes and pince-nez and anyway, we were pretty inspired by that. I mean, you can take away the overlay now.
Yes, we learned that lorgnette means to leer.
Yes, lorgnet, to leer. So it's like a leering glass.
A leering glass. So here we are with our readers.
Yeah, with our readers. Because the other thing that's happened to me on this tour is I finally went over the edge of needing reading glasses. It was like you almost do, and then you like really do.
You really need them.
It's just like overnight. So I've been looking for a pair of readers that aren't terrible, and I got these today at the CVS. I'm like, I think they're kind of fine.
Not bad.
Yeah, I can definitely see what's on the screen better.
Yeah, I know. This is really great.
Similar to Motor Museum in Philly. Look how small that is. I just read that with my eyes. So small. Yeah, similar to the Motor Museum, similar to there's one in Indianapolis that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a bunch of them all around, and we like to go to them because they're neat. So yeah, if you want to see more photos, you can check out the Instagram.
I don't need glasses. I'm just in disguise.
It's like you're wearing Groucho glasses with a mustache. It's true.
No, I do need that.
Okay, and then we had one final like bonus field trip side quest, which was we have a new friend in Chicago who happens to be a professor of mortuary science. We met her last time we were in Chicago. Oh God, that's so weird. And she introduced herself and said, "I actually use your song Cherry Red when I'm teaching my students about carbon monoxide poisoning," which is like what every band wants to hear. And we were going to be visiting, and she said, we could hang out, and she just had a class that she had to teach later that day, and we were like, could we sit in on your class? And she was like, oh yeah, you can totally sit in. So we got to attend the it was part of the it's like a review session for the
board exam.
The board exam for funeral directors, basically, for like mortuary science. So we thought we would share with you a few of the more interesting questions from the history of embalming. History of funeral service and embalming practice review session, because we got to take one of these. Okay, so we don't have the answer key. So just like shout out in the comments if you think you know it. Just a few of these questions that we thought were especially fun. The one in Egypt known as god of the underworld and judge of the dead was, well, it's multiple choice. A, Horus, B, Osiris, C, Ramses the Great, D, Herodotus. Okay, I think you all know that one because it's pretty Charming Disaster adjacent.
Yeah.
Let's see. We liked.
I mean, they're all good. Some are very specific.
Oh, yeah.
The term used for coins laid on the deceased's eyes as an offering to Charon in the afterlife is A, Cerberus, B, Obol, C, Styx, or D, Hades.
Oh, and the previous question, it was B, Osiris. If you're, that's right.
Curious.
Okay, when intramural burial was banned, meaning within the city, early Christians went underground to intern their loved ones. What is the name for these underground burial and entombment locations? A, catacombs, B, graveyards, C, mausoleums, D, shelf tombs.
So as you can see, this is like the best trivia game ever.
Oh yeah, if this was like bar trivia, we would just like win so much.
We were sitting in class, we're like, I know this one. I know this one.
So the previous answer was B, Obol.
Obol,
that is the coins laid on the eyes or sometimes in the mouth.
In the mouth.
In the mouth also works. And the intramural burial question, the answer was A, catacombs. Catacombs is correct. We learned something interesting, which is that the difference between a graveyard and a cemetery is that a graveyard is on church property. There's like the church, there's the churchyard, and then there's the graveyard, which is like within the churchyard. And if there's no church, it's not a graveyard, it's just a cemetery.
We knew this.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
You knew that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All right, just a couple more. The placing of various organs in canopic jars and embalming by class distinction was specifically associated with which of the following early civilizations? A, ancient Egyptians, B, ancient Greeks, C, ancient Romans, D, early Christians.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, yeah.
All right, and then do 41.
Okay.
I think this should be.
Oh yeah, okay, that can be the last one. Okay. And number 41. Which of the following items was a common funeral gift during the colonial era that is still given today? This one's kind of a trick question. One, A, rings, B, scarves, C, gloves, D, monkey spoons. Okay, and the previous question, the canopic jars question was, of course, A, ancient Egyptians.
Yes.
Yeah, and so... okay, let's see. We've got to vote for rings.
Rings.
Well, we're just gonna. Gloves. Yep.
Question mark.
Gloves is correct.
Gloves.
But all of those items were given as funeral gifts during colonial era. It's just that only, yeah. So monkey, we were like, what is a monkey
Right.
spoon? Tell us about monkey spoons. And the answer is, monkey spoons were a real thing. They were like little silver spoons with like a figure of a monkey on them or some other kind of animal, but usually a monkey. Why a monkey? We don't know. But
Some things are still unknowable.
but you would make a bunch and you would give them out as like favors to your funeral guests, and then when everybody went to like sit broth or whatever, like
Or have some,
or
yeah,
tea or broth, I don't know,
Bone
some
broth.
kind of like comforting slurry. You would have your own spoon.
And often it would, put the grieving family out of,
Oh yeah, because
into
they
the
were really,
poorhouse.
they were like silver. Yeah, they were really expensive.
They got really expensive.
Yeah,
So they made
so
a law
that's-
banning monkey spoons.
No more monkey spoons.
Stay
But
on
you
the
know,
Unky Moon's back.
but maybe we'll bring back monkey spoons.
All right.
Bring back monkey
At my
spoons.
funeral,
Monkey
everyone
spoons.
needs.
Everybody gets a monkey spoon. Noted.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, it really made us question whether our true life calling might be as funeral directors or
Just a side gig.
just like I'm just like an enthusiastic amateur. I don't need a license. I just like to
do it
know.
for friends.
I just like to know weird stuff. Anyway, we did get some good material.
Yeah, it was super great. We recommend it for anyone looking for another gig. It's like mortuary science. There's like science, there's psychology, there's history, there's cosmetology, there's, I don't know, what else is there? It's like being in a band.
It's a lot like being in a band. Oh, I mean, I think we did have one more photo to share from that experience, which was from the, yes. So on the bottom shelf, you see some of the tools of the trade, and on the top shelf, you see some of the student practice heads.
Those are not real heads.
Not real
Just
heads.
practice.
But yeah, it's the one over on the right that looks like a Mexican wrestling mask. Those are like the muscles of the face that the students have to put on the head before they start doing the putty or whatever. So there you have it. Yeah, it's been an exciting time here on this tour. I think we have time to play one more song before we let them go. And I do want to just once again mention the shows we've got coming up. Lansing tomorrow, June 4th at the Robin Theater. Thursday, June 5th in Cleveland at the Foundry in Lakewood. Friday, June 6th in Buffalo at Nietzsche's. We're doing a late show in Buffalo. And Saturday will be in Ithaca at the Nocturnal Cafe, formerly the Sacred Root Kava Lounge, but now Kava's illegal, so they can't do Kava. So now
But that is on June 7th, which is my birthday. So
and that's Jeff's birthday
hello.
show, right? And then on Sunday, we'll be in Kingston, New York at the Unicorn Bar with Dust Bowl Fairies, with Melora Krieger of Rasputina sitting in on cello. We did that same lineup last year, and it was so gorgeous. So we're excited to do it again.
That's going to be a good time.
And we have other shows coming up. This is not the end of our touring for the year. We just announced a show in Philly in July at the Science History Institute. We will be back at the Spirit Room in Rochester at the end of July. We haven't technically announced that one yet, but I guess we're announcing it. And then come September, we have a lot of shows coming up, all up and down the East Coast. So stay tuned for a big announcement about that. If you're in the Society of the Mysterious Hand, we'll probably tell you sooner than the public. But yes, officially announced shows are on the website, and we will add to those soon after we get back.
I think the curler screwed up my hair.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to take these out. I'm just going to leave them in for the rest of the tour.
Like
I'm not even sure they can come out. They're just
it's hard to see without glasses.
It's like when you get chewing gum in your hair, and then you have to put in peanut butter, and then like you have to put something in to get the peanut butter out, and it's just like it's a lot.
It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I mean I like them. I think it's a look. You want to do one more song?
Yeah, let's do another song.
All right. And also, again, thank you all so much for tuning in and being hilarious and wonderful. And thanks for bearing with our technical issues.
Yes.
I don't know. We love you. It's always fun doing these. It really makes us happy. And if you tune in late and you don't know about the donation thing, minion,
who we are,
or who we are, or if you just have amnesia, or yes. Anyway, here's how to support what we're doing if you would like to do that, but no pressure. What song you want to do?
I don't know.
How
Do
about
we have something on our list?
we could do Gang of Two, or we could do Little Black Bird.
Sure, let's do that.
All right.
Little blackbird over my shoulder, voice like ice cold, cold running water. Eyes made by black magic marker. Little blackbird, help me find my way. I fear this might be the end of my day.
Clever red foxy running beside me, teeth like a trap, snapshot behind me. Flash your fine smile, so wicked and wily. Clever red foxy, I'll stay well away, for I fear this might be the end of my days.
Little blackbird, I'm so lost and hungry. Dogs closing in, they track me and hunt me. Take to the sky, lead me to safe country. Little blackbird, won't you help me escape? For I fear this might be the end of my day.
See that black spectre high over the trees, nasty hawk harrier harrying me. Try as I might, it gives me no peace. See that black spectre wheel over this way. Oh, I fear this might be the end of my days. No matter how I try, despite my good intentions, nature decides can't fight the animal. The wild inside. Clever red foxy, so far from your den, are you as innocent as you pretend? My enemy's enemy might be my friend. Clever red foxy, protect me, I pray, for I fear this might be the end of my day.
Well, I once was a prince with castles and farmland. I loved me a lovely of beauty and charm, and
The wife of a jealous, cruel sorcerer husband.
I once was a prince with most refined taste.
But I fear this might be the end of my day. Foxy, oh foxy, I'm not what I seem. You knew me once as a sorcerer's queen. His focus black shadow now darkens the stream. Foxy, oh foxy, we're trapped by our ways, for I fear this might be the end of my days. No matter how I try, despite my good intentions, nature decides can't fight the animal. The wild inside. Hunters are thundering from the king's castle, led by that dastardly but golden scoundrel. He won't stop till he takes my tail for a tassel. Hunters are thundering from the king's gate, and I fear this might be the end of my days.
how lovely your voice is. My end is near, I hear hounds and horses. Fold up your wing, sing me one final chorus. Pretty blackbird, I beg you to stay, for I fear this might be the end of my day.
Darling red foxy, there's no future for us. I'm doomed in the sky as you are in the forest. I'll perch by your ear and sing our sad story. Darling red foxy, I won't fly away, for I fear this might be the end of my days. I fear this might be the end of my days. I fear this might be the end of my days. I fear this might be the end of my days. Thank you all so much once again for tuning in, and huge shout out to Minion for pulling levers behind the scenes even more than usual. We love you all. Find us on the road in the coming week, and we'll do another live stream for you soon after we get home.
Yes, I'll take this off.
That's a good idea. Be good, be safe out there, and happy Pride. We love you all, especially our queer and trans friends. Just feeling you in our hearts right now. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Beware, be well. Bye-bye.
Behave. Don't behave.